Mein Name ist Maria. Guten Tag. Wie ist Ihr Name? Ist das dein Buch? You have certainly come across these words: mein, dein, sein, ihr, euer, etc. These words are known as possessive articles. Let's learn these today. Possessive article im Nominativ. We have already learned in lesson 19 about the nominative case. To be able to learn possessive articles, you should be thorough with the personal pronouns, which we did in lesson 11. Do you remember them? Let's quickly repeat them once. Ich, du, sie, es. Wir, ihr, sie, sie. If you are puzzled when to use which sie, you can watch our video on this topic. The link can be found below in the description. For every pronoun in German, there is a possessive article. Let's do the first one. The pronoun is ich, and the possessive articles in nominative are mein and meine. Let's see how they are used. Hi, ich bin Peter. Ich komme aus Hamburg. Das ist mein Fernseher. Whenever the article of the noun is der, in this case der Fernseher, you use the possessive article mein. Let's look at the next one. Das Auto. Das ist mein Auto. For nouns with article das, we use the possessive article mein. So for both der and das, we use the possessive article mein. Die Katze. Das ist meine Katze. When the article of the noun is die, the possessive article that is used is meine. Same goes for the plural. Die Bücher. Das sind meine Bücher. Even in the case of plural, when the article is die, the possessive article that is used is meine. So when you're learning possessive articles, you have to think of two things. Which personal pronoun needs a possessive article? In this case, ich. It could either be mein or meine. Now look at the article of the object you're talking about. When the article is der or das, you use mein. And when it's feminine or plural, that is, the article is die, you use meine. This same rule is applicable to all the possessive articles we are going to learn. Let's move to the next one. Du. Here the possessive articles will be dein or deine. Here are some examples. Wie heißt du? Woher kommst du? Now we will be taking the same objects as in the previous example. Ist das dein Fernseher? Ist das dein Auto? So firstly, we are using dein because we are talking about the pronoun du. And we are using dein with the masculine der and das. But when we come to feminine or plural, we use deine. Ist das deine Katze? Sind das deine Bücher? The next pronoun is er, and the possessive articles for er are sein or seine. I'm sure by now you know that when the article is der or das, you use sein, and when the article is die, in singular or in plural, you would use seine. Now let's see how to use them. Das ist Peter. Er kommt aus Berlin. Das ist sein Fernseher. Das ist sein Auto. Das ist seine Katze. Das sind seine Bücher. The next singular pronoun for feminine is sie, and the possessive articles in nominative are ihr or ihre. Let's see how to use them. Das ist Julia. Sie kommt aus Frankfurt. Das ist ihr Fernseher. Das ist ihr Auto. Das ist ihre Katze. Das sind ihre Bücher. So once again, you would use ihr when the article is der or das, and you would use ihre when the article is die, for feminine or for plural. Coming to the next pronoun, es. Here the possessive articles are the same as that of er, that is sein or seine. Now let's see how to use them. Das ist ein Kind. Es ist 5 Jahre alt. Das ist sein Fernseher. Das ist sein Auto. Das ist seine Katze. Das sind seine Bücher. Just like all other possessive articles, even in this case, when the article is der or das, you use sein. And when the article is die in feminine or for plural, you use seine. Now we come to the pronoun wir. The possessive articles here are unser or unsere. And now we will learn how to use them. Wir sind eine Familie. Das ist unser Fernseher. Das ist unser Auto. Das ist unsere Katze. Das sind unsere Bücher. So here also you should remember when the article is der or das, you use unser. In case the article is die in feminine or in plural, you use unsere. Now let's come to the next pronoun, ihr. The possessive articles are euer or eure. This is a little tricky, but you have to remember this. Whenever you write eure, you just don't add an e at the end, you also remove an e after the u. Now let's see how to use them. Wie heißt ihr? Woher kommt ihr? Ist das euer Fernseher? Ist das euer Auto? Ist das eure Katze? Sind das eure Bücher? Once again, for the articles der and das, we use euer, and for the article die in plural and feminine, we use eure. The next one is sie in formal form, singular and plural. For both of them, the possessive article is the same, ihr or ihre. Let's see their usage. So for the first situation, where it's sie singular, sind Sie Herr Müller? For the second situation, where it's in plural, sind Sie ein Team? Ist das Ihr Fernseher? Ist das Ihr Auto? Ist das Ihre Katze? Sind das Ihre Bücher? So for sie, whether in singular or plural, the possessive articles are ihr and ihre. Ihr is used when the article is der or das, and ihre is used when the article is die in singular or plural. Now coming to the last pronoun, sie. This sie is small and it's the plural form of er, sie, es. The possessive articles here are ihr or ihre. They are also written with a small I. Das ist ein Paar. Sie wohnen in Deutschland. Das ist Ihr Fernseher. Das ist Ihr Auto. Das ist Ihre Katze. Das sind Ihre Bücher. So once again, when the article is der or das, you would say ihr, and when the article is die in feminine or in plural, you would say ihre. Great. Here is the table for all the possessive articles we need for the nominative case. As mentioned before, there are two things you have to remember while learning the possessive articles. Firstly, you have to see with which pronoun you are using the possessive article. If it's ich, then you use mein. If it's du, then you use dein. If it's er or es, then you would use sein. If it's wir, then you would use unser, etc. Secondly, you have to look at the article of the object with which you are going to place this possessive article. If the article is der or das, then you would simply use, for example, mein or dein, sein, unser. But if the article is die in the case of feminine or plural, then you would use meine, deine, seine, unsere, etc.